Yeah,
that's two questions.
Can I just check who's fit and, more importantly, perhaps who's not fit for this weekend?
Young Joe Flanagan's still in rehab, but coming along very well. Adam Lallana still as well, but looking very well. And those two will probably start training, I would say, with the group week beginning Man City. And young Markovic is unavailable this weekend, so still, but doing very well. But apart from that, Daniel Agger's had an ongoing injury now, so he's unavailable. But apart from that, everyone else is fine.
After all the pre-season, after all the talking, after most of the transfer dealing, time for the serious business to start. What mood are you in today?
Well, we're very much looking forward to it. We've had a really good pre-season. We had a real good tour to America. Took in some great games, and obviously we finished last weekend against Borussia Dortmund with an excellent game to finish. So we're really looking forward to the game against Southampton and to start the season off. We're really excited because, as I said, what we done last year has gone, but it's given us great belief moving forward into this season, and we're, as I said, looking forward to the challenge of continuing our improvement.
An awful lot of spotlight on Liverpool, but perhaps not so much on Southampton this season because of the changes they've had to have down there. What do you make of them this season, and what do you expect?
Southampton are a fantastic club. They're on the top flight for many years, and obviously had a few years dipped out of it, but have come back in the last couple of seasons, been excellent. Got an experienced manager has come in, and obviously, even though it's his first time working in the Premier League, got experience around the world, and they still get some outstanding players. And they've obviously got young Shane Long in as well, who can be a real handful. So they'll expect to do well. Every team will lose players, but every club will have the hope and the objective that they can continue to improve.
I guess a lot of your fans will be just waiting to see the likes of Raheem run at their defence. You've been very glowing this week in your praise of him. How's he going to be? Can he handle that sort of pressure, that expectancy?
Yeah, no, he's a wonderful talent. I read somewhere that I said he was like Lionel Messi, which was a big shock because I didn't say that. But no, he's got wonderful talent. He's very stable and secure outside of his football life. And as I said, you see the joy that he plays the game with. As I said, still very young. And the great thing about Raheem is he's, as I said, got a real mature head on his shoulders, and he's looking to improve all the time. So he got 10 goals last year. We're looking at improving that ratio as well. But he's one of a real number of young players that we have here that have still got so much potential to produce, and that's something that we're looking forward to over the coming seasons, and in particular him.
Are we right in reading that he's about to be offered a new contract as well?
I haven't. This is the first I've heard of it, to be honest. So he's a young player that will be looked after here at the club, but you know more than me if that's the case.
I've never known more than you, Brendan.
If you don't know, you just make it up, you lot, don't you?
That's all I will say.
Yeah.
Obviously, plays in, plays out. Is there more to come in either direction?
We're nearly done. We've just got maybe one or two more things to complete, but apart from that, we needed to develop the squad this year. We had a sustained challenge last season on the Premier League. We 12-13 players. So we needed, irrespective of what happened with people going out in the summer, we needed to add more depth to our group. And I'm really, really happy and pleased with the players that we brought in, because that's going to allow us to cope with injuries, to cope with the competitions. And as I said, if we can just add maybe one or two more in the areas that we want to, then we'll have had a great window, and it'll set us up for not only just for this window. We never brought anyone in January, so we needed to do that this summer. And this summer will probably be, I would say, our biggest window for the next couple of years. So we hope to get one or two more in.
Potentially an even brighter spotlight on Daniel Sturridge as well this season with Lewis going away. Is that the sort of challenge that he really thrives on?
Yeah, I think so. Dan, as I said, the strikers at the top end of the field, they're up there to get the goals. But for us, the spotlight will be on the team. we won't be reliant on Daniel. He's a fantastic player, and I think he'll go on, and I think you'll see improvement in him again this year. But over the course of the season, the reliance will be on the team, not just on him, and that's something that gives us great comfort, because I've seen how the group has been developing and working, and as I said, we get great hope going into this season.
And after the success that you had last season, what would count as success for you this time around?
Well, it counts for nothing what happened last year. That's all gone now. The one thing we'll carry on from that is the belief. We're really focused on the next games. We're entering in now into a real long, hard season ahead, but a really exciting season because of the talents and because of the, as I said, the development of this group of players. So for us, our aim, as I said, is to be competitive. We, like the top teams, would want to win a trophy. That would be an aim for ourselves. But of course, in the league, it's about sustaining the Champions League football, and for that, you want to arrive in fourth. Once you've consolidated that, then you can look beyond that, and that would be our aim, certainly this season.
Albert and Marina, Brendan, are you hoping to get that over the line?
Hopefully, that will be complete very soon, and as I said, he'll be a terrific signing for us if that's done.
In terms of the Premier League this season, it's competitive every year, but with Manchester United spending, with Tottenham spending, do you think the top four will be as competitive as ever to get into?
Yeah, I think it will be. I think it will be the same as last year. It was very competitive, and like you say, there's maybe 7 teams that'll be challenging for those positions. So, but that's the beauty of this league. It's really competitive. It's a fantastic league to operate in as a manager and a player, and but we'll be ready for the challenge. That's the nature of why we've tried to improve the squad again. But we're looking to make this a sustainable team for over the course of the next 5 to 10 years. Brought in a lot of young talent, so we're trying to look after the now of the team, but also the future of the team and the club. And as I said, they're really exciting players that we brought in.
You began last season probably not considered title contenders, but finished it as title contenders. Does that mean you go into this season looking to be title contenders? Does that change the way your thinking is this season?
Not according to the bookies, we're not. I've seen some odds there that I don't think we're even in the top 4. So maybe there's another position for us, but no, I think that people will look automatically at the clubs that probably the likes of Manchester City with the squad and Chelsea with the squad. People will rightly look at those. I think for us, as I said, we're up there to challenge and be competitive again. We probably arrived a year earlier where we were, but for this year, certainly we'll be looking to challenge and be up there again. We hope.
With the departure of Lewis, there's been some suggestion that you've maybe lost a bit of that fear factor of what he brought. What's your assessment to that opinion?
Listen, the game is now, it is all about the opinion, and every team is forensically looked at in terms of what they'll produce or not. Lou was a world-class talent, but as I said, we scored 101 goals last year, and 70 of those came from other parts of the team. Of course, you lose that type of player. Every team, every big club will lose a top player at some point. But for us, there's no, and if the fear factor is taken out of us, then that'll be seen over the course of the season. Because for us, there's no change. We've seen it. We've seen it in the game against Dortmund. We got goals in the team. Intensity of the team plays the same, and obviously we had evidence of that last year as well. And over the 2 years I've been here, whenever Louis hasn't played, we've won most of our games. We had nearly a 70% win rate in the Premier League last year, so which is a fantastic achievement. So and we aim to continue with that.
How much was just some recruitment sort of to compensate for the loss of those goals from Lewis?
No, it was always to be had that we needed to improve the squad. It was, we haven't brought in another striker other than Ricky Lambert. We aim to do that. The money's there. So it's not as if we there's any panic buy. The money is there. We needed to improve the squad in the various areas of the team, and that's what we done. Now that would have been whether Louis was here or not. With Louis going, we obviously wanted to improve. As I said, that top end of the field, and that's something that we'll look to do right to the very end. And if we don't, it means the right player hasn't become available for us. So, and if that's the case, we'll continue on with the group that we have, and I'll be happy to go into this season with that team.
Anything on the radio was that's people want to. Also,
yeah, Brendan, you started the season last season with 3 wins and loss. How important would it be to start well again?
I think it's important to start very well. We had a really difficult game against Stoke last season, but I think from that we got our spirit. You've seen we conceded a penalty late on, and Simon made a great save. We hope he doesn't have to do that again. But it was important to make a good start. We've obviously got 2 tough away games on the back end of our home game, but as I said, if you can start well, it gives you the confidence and sets you up hopefully for the remainder of the season.
And just in terms of contracts, you mentioned Ryan Sterling. What about Glenn Johnson going into his final year? Any news on that?
Nothing as of yet, no.
Okay. Tony Pulis, a lot of people were taken by surprise by his departure. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I was surprised as well when I'd seen that last night, and obviously the follow through from this morning. So no, he done an excellent job. I think when he went in there, it was a difficult moment for them. Tony got them really organised and hard to beat, and got some terrific results. So he's obviously not felt the dynamics are right for him, and it'll present an opportunity for another very good manager to go in there, because it's a great club, Crystal Palace, great history. The stadium when we played there last season was great. The supporters really get behind the team. So unfortunately, he feels it's not right for him. He's done a great job in keeping them in the Premier League, and now someone else will get the opportunity to go into a fantastic club.
There are a lot of debate yesterday about Suarez's appeal being dismissed and the ban being upheld. And you know him probably as well as anybody. How's he going to cope with this enforced absence from the game?
Well, I think now it's probably complete. He knows where he's at. He can now train with the team, which is important for him. And I'm sure they'll put games and that aside for him to work up to his fitness. So, but no, he'll hope it comes round very quickly. I think I've seen some of his first available competitive game is Real Madrid. So I'm sure he'll look forward to that. But he'll just continue to work. He's a great professional, Louis. He'll have his focus on getting fit and getting back playing again.